Hi, welcome to this episode. Okay, in this particular episode, I am actually going to be talking about the red lamp. The red lamp basically means there's a red light on the Sony camera on the front. Now, for demo purposes, I want you all to know that I'm actually using the Sony camera right over there. So this is not the Sony camera. This is actually my other camera, which is the Mark II Sony RX Mark II. So I'm putting it over here on my Moza gimbal because I just kind of like wanted to talk about it, or how I'm using my camera on a Moza gimbal. Because to me, I actually treat the camera and the gimbal as one unit, because when I'm out, I'm not really holding the camera alone. I like to use it with my gimbal, because when I plan my shoots, I plan it as one device, so that way when I'm actually shooting, I'm actually using the gimbal to maneuver and get the shots that I actually really want. So that's why whenever I'm doing these lessons, you'll always see me, or when I'm doing these demos, you will always see me having the Moza in it, because I want to make sure that when I'm talking, I am talking about the camera along with a gimbal, with some kind of professional stabilizing. Even though the Sony camera actually has built-in stabilizers, and I understand it's very good, I still like to have the Moza gimbal, because what happens is, like when I'm vlogging, I like to have that distance. Those of you who understand the Sony camera, you know that the camera has a very short lens, in the sense that your face is more closer to the lens. So that way, if I'm actually using the gimbal, this distance, like if you look at it, this distance is actually pretty cool. It allows me to hold the camera a little bit further from me, so that way I have a more distance, so my face is not really cropped into the screen. So for example, let's say if I do this, okay, that means if I press it 3 times, now you see the camera is actually facing me. So if I am here, it's too close. My face is like filling up the entire screen. And if I'm using the stabilizer, then it's cropping in a little bit more, which like my face is like totally in the screen, which I really don't like, which I really don't think a lot of vloggers like that either. Because when you're vlogging, you kind of like want to show more of the background in the scene, in the frame composition, so to speak. So to me, when I have my gimbal, and if I put it all the way over here, just like that, this is an amazing distance, which really works out very, very well according to me. That's why I always have my Moza gimbal and my Sony as one setup, so that way when I'm actually operating, guess what? It's one action. Now, in this particular episode, I am more talking about the red light, which is a red lamp. Now, this is the RX, so that way I can't demo it on it, but I'm just showing you as an example. So this actually I found out when I was actually using it shooting on the street, is when it's very sunny, right? I'm not able to see the screen so well, and people on the other side, they get to see the red light that is on, because when I press record, the red light comes on, the red lamp comes on, and people know that the camera is on. And by the way, which is really cool to mention, is in the Sony preferences, you can go in and switch off that red light. Now, I like doing that because, like people suddenly they get caught up, right? They'll be like, when they see the red light, they get like, oh, he's recording, So sometimes when I'm recording, I like to be like a little bit more subtle, and I don't have the red light on. I will press record, so that way people don't realize I'm actually recording. They just think the camera is on, but I'm not recording. And plus, when I'm actually on the street recording, so that way I don't spoil any shots, what I do is, I'm actually getting very good at this. I don't really look at the screen when I'm shooting. I'm able to actually look away, and when I'm shooting, no matter what I do, I'm able to actually see and shoot perfectly well, which is something I realize that I can actually do. I'm not sure if other people do this, because most people, when I see when they're shooting, they will look at their screen. So when they're moving, they'll keep looking at the screen to make sure the composition is okay. But I'm able to actually shoot without looking at the screen. Now, there are 2 reasons for that. One is I'm a teacher, and we have just come out of teaching online for over a year. So my eyes are getting a little bit fuzzy, because I kept staring at my computer screens for all day, all night, doing online study, teaching kids online. So my eyes my eyesight is getting a little bit weak. So when I look at the Sony screen, it's kind of small. So I can't really see the record button. Like, I mean, the record, you know, like it says REC on the screen. So when I press record, sometimes I can't see it. In an environment like this, I can see it because it's red in color. However, when I'm outside and the sun is shining, I can't really see it. And that comes to my point about the red lamp. I wish Sony, I know I'm asking too much actually. I was hoping if Sony could somehow give a red lamp even in the backside. So that way when I'm shooting, all I have to do is just look at the red lamp and I know I'm already shooting in any environment, because it's not very easy to look at the screen all the time and to make sure, because when I was actually shooting outside in the marketplace, sometimes I had to really look and see, oh, did I press record? You know, I was like, you know, because sometimes I don't know, did I press record? Did I not press record? Sometimes I forget while I'm in the middle of the excitement and the shooting, because I didn't want to make the mistake of thinking that, oh, I'm actually shooting, but oh, I forgot to press record because the lamp is actually in the front. So I'm hoping that if there was a lamp in the back, that would allow me to just, you know, like when I'm shooting, right, I will just look and I will just see the light is on. That means I know I'm actually recording. Now, this red lamp thing is a pretty thing that is something I just want to talk about, because I was watching this show where Tom Hanks was, one of my favorite actors is Tom Hanks, and he was talking about this, where he's working with my other favorite actor, which is Clint Eastwood, and he was saying that, you know, back in the day, when they used to shoot movies, they used to have what is known as a clapper, you know, like they will come and they will say, scene 2, take 27, and they'll go, pack, you know, they will just clap it. And when you're shooting Westerns, and when you do that, the horses actually, you know, get shocked and they start bolting because that noise shocks them a little bit. So in the Westerns, when they're shooting, they try not to use the clapper as much. So Tom Hanks was actually mentioning it, that when Clint Eastwood, the way he does it is he will roll camera. He will just roll. He will not tell anybody. He will just roll camera, and then he will, like, you know, go to the look at the actor and say, okay, go on, do your thing. Okay, I'm not doing it as good as Tom Hanks, obviously, but I thought it was very, very funny and very cool. And that's why when I shoot, I try not to turn on the red lamp in the front, so that way when I'm shooting any scene, I don't want the people around to be alerted that I'm actually recording. So, you know, something happens when the red light is on, because the moment you're shooting something and you press record and the red light is on, everybody starts getting very nervous, like, you know, like deers in the headlight type of thing. They're like, oh my God, is he shooting? You know, it becomes like one of those things. So even when I'm walking in the mall, I notice that when I'm trying to shoot, people are aware because the red light is on and they're like, oh my God, he's recording. So now when I'm actually shooting, I make sure that I turn off the red light in the front. So that way when I'm shooting, people don't realize, am I really shooting, or is the camera just on but it's not recording? And it makes for a better experience, like the shooting experience. So people are not like staring at me or staring at the camera saying, oh my God, the camera is on, and then they run this way and they run that way. So it just spoils the shot actually. So this is my little video about the red lamp. I would love it if there was a red lamp at the backside, so that way when I'm shooting, I can just see the light and I know that I press record. But the Sony is really cool. They give the option in the camera where you can actually turn off the red lamp indicator, which is in the front of the camera, so that when you're shooting, it will be recording, but you don't alert anybody in the front that the fact that you are shooting. So thank you very much for spending a little bit of time, and hopefully what I said in this video might help you out a little bit regarding the Sony ZV1 and the red lamp indicator. You do have the option of leaving it on or switching it off. I do leave it on because when I'm shooting myself, like talking head video just like this, I like to have the red light on, so that way I know that I'm actually recording, because where I'm sitting is right here, but the camera is kind of far away from me, so I can't really reach the camera. You know, it's kind of far away from me, so that way I don't have to really dive in and look at the screen to see, is it really recording or not? I see the red light, I know I'm recording. And the focusing, no problem. The ZV1 focusing system is fantastic. I don't even have to worry about that. Before, when I was using different cameras, I was like friends' cameras and stuff like that, I would be like, oh, am I in focus? Even when I was using my cell phone to shoot, I noticed that some of the scenes, the focusing was totally gone. But as far as the ZV1 is concerned, has been flawless. Like I just know that the focusing is perfectly fine, and I'm not even worried at all. I simply place it, press record, and I just do my thing. So thank you very much for visiting this video, watching this video. If you liked it, please do give me a like. It does help in the algorithm. It does help boost my channel a little bit. Of course, if you like this kind of content, you would like to subscribe, I would love to have you as one of the subscribers in my channel. So thank you very much, and I'll see you till next time. Bye-bye.